This week's episode is sponsored by the Breakthrough to Excellence book. This book will help guide the reader through overcoming self-doubt and fear and acquiring professional prosperity. In this book, it takes a deep dive with research, science, and real-life stories of women who courageously push past the fear to conquer their goals. You can find out more at www.breakthroughtoexcellence.com. Welcome to the Breakthrough to Excellence podcast. I'm Jasmine Haley, healthcare provider turned educator, entrepreneur, and startup strategist. Not too long ago, I was burnt out, overwhelmed, depressed, and full of fear from a toxic work environment. I created my business out of necessity to create a legacy I can be proud of today. It helps me transform the lives of women every single day to pursue their dreams and entrepreneurial goals. I created this podcast to share the empowering stories of entrepreneurial women, help you break through self-doubt to your greatness, and share business strategies to help you create a thriving and profitable business. If you are an emerging entrepreneur or business owner that wants to create the mindset needed to escape burnout, reclaim your personal power, and pursue your entrepreneurial dreams, this podcast is for you. Stay tuned and listen in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here yet again for another amazing episode. I cannot wait to share with you the 3 tips that will help you protect your time as a CEO of your business. As business owners, it's extremely difficult to deal with the day-to-day task of your business while also maintaining your personal life and handling the other responsibilities that may come your way. We're multidimensional people. Especially even for myself, how do I know this? Because I'm a human being and so are you, right? I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I have religious obligations. I have my family who I care for, my extended family that I care for, my congregation members that I care for. There's so many different elements that help build the life that I currently have. And so how am I able to honor that? How am I able to protect my time so I can focus on income generating tasks, but also be in a place where I can have a life outside of my business? So this episode is for you if you currently feel overwhelmed with your day-to-day tasks in your business. If you are feeling like, man, this is what I got into business for, to work 12, 15, 20 hours in corporate. And now here I am. I'm a business owner right now, and I'm not feeling the joy that I once had in my own business because I'm completely overwhelmed, or I've spent all of this money and time and energy on these particular tasks within my business, and I'm not seeing my goals come into fruition. We've got to get to a place where we get really serious and get really real about what time is being occupied in our life and how are we occupying it, right? What are we doing each day? And so tracking that's essential, but also creating blocks within time and so much more. So I'm going to share the 3 steps for you in this live training that I did on my IG and Facebook. I do a live training every single week, and this training is the recording and the result of that. As a quick reminder, I not only love educating and teaching and speaking on the stage, but I am an amazing consultant. I am an amazing biz strategist. And so if you know that as I'm discussing this topic, you are currently struggling in your business, feel free to send me a DM. Feel free to contact me. Let's start chatting, talking about where you are and finding out the ways in which I can help you. Because if you give me the opportunity to help you in your business journey, I promise you it will be transformative. It will change your life. It will help you create a business that helps you build the legacy that you deserve and are worthy of. So feel free to contact me via DM on my platforms, Instagram, Facebook at It's Jasmine Haley, or go ahead and fill out an application and set up a call with me at bit.ly/dive deep with Jasmine. I'm a Jasmine without an E, and I cannot wait to spend some time talking with each of you during this training and to hear your feedback as we all continue on in our entrepreneurial journey, showing up, staying consistent, keeping our heart aligned in all aspects that we do, and ultimately building our legacy. Hey, y'all. How are you all doing today on this glorious Wednesday at noon? Here for our weekly training. Today is all about how to protect your time as the CEO of your business. I am live on Insta, on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. Everybody's getting this message today, okay? So I'm going to be sharing 3 tips today on how to protect your time as a CEO. As a quick reminder, I've got some awesome, amazing things happening in the Breakthrough to Excellence Network. At the end of this month, I'm hosting a masterclass, March 26th, and we're going to be talking about how to craft that signature keynote or course. There's many entrepreneurs and even speakers out there that are trying to figure out, how can I weave my own story in, but also reach the hearts of the audience that I'm reaching? And so I have an amazing framework that I've used for myself and even for my clients, many of them first-time speakers, never before hit the stage, where we're able to secure national events using my method in creating their keynote or even in their course, and really figuring out ways in which to reach the hearts of the people that they're speaking to. So I share my heart framework, my heart method in creating that. So if you're interested, feel free, send me a DM. I'll be happy to send you the direct link for you to sign up for this masterclass. It's taking place on March 26th. And what's also really awesome about that is that I've got some amazing bonuses that will also help support you along your journey beyond just constructing the information that you're going to utilize to share your own story and impact the lives of your audience. All right, y'all, let's get to it. How to protect your time as a CEO of your business. I'm going to be going over 3 ways in which you can do that today. All right, you know I love acronyms, so we're going to start with the acronym. The acronym is WBO. All right, so if you're watching this live and you're on IG or you're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you are, feel free, type in the comments WBO. This is a 3-step process that I think is important to consider when we're out there building our business legacies, y'all. All right, so here's the first one. Number 1, this is what you need to know. You have to understand what you want, sis. W stands for what you want. So exactly what is it that you want? What do you want? What's important to you? What are your non-negotiables? What is your bottom line in your business? Why have you created? Where are you trying to be in your business? What goals are you trying to achieve? Every opportunity, every assignment, if it does not align with the direction that you want to be in your own business, that will help to protect you as you go about your day-to-day task. It's why I have to create for all of my clients a CEO roadmap. They have to know exactly what strategic steps they need to take to get to their goals. Well, why is that? Because if you don't understand exactly where it is that you're going, how do you know what you want? How do you know what exactly your vision is for your business and the level of impact that you want to make? And if you don't know that, then essentially what you're basically doing is throwing spaghetti at the wall, right? And just going about being directed every day with what other people desire, what other people's urgencies are, what the next person is emailing you, right? This will help to keep you motivated and focused on protecting your time if you understand what you want. And a lot of times, many of us struggle with stating exactly what it is that we want. All right, that's why it's the first one. So W stands for what you want. Have you struggled with this? Have you struggled creating a strategic plan in your business to build out the revenue, to build out the marketing that you need, to build out the systems and the programs? We all have at some point in time. So you have to get quiet enough to reflect enough to understand what is it exactly that you want. Because a CEO that knows what they want, a CEO that knows the direction that they're going in their business, a CEO that knows how to honor their vision, honor their purpose, honor their talents and their strengths, knows how to protect their time because they know what they want. All right. Here's the second one. B. B stands for boundaries. All right. Because boundaries is where it's at, y'all. It's where it's at. And so we're going to talk about this important topic because it serves as a protection for us personally and professionally if you have boundaries. Now, I'm going to read off the definition. This is from Merriam-Webster Dictionary. It states that a boundary is a line that marks the limits. It's a line that marks the limits. Now, there are some people out here in this world that hate limits. They hate limitations. They hate when you give them limits because when you set a boundary, they always want to push past that. Who knows someone like that? You know someone like that? I certainly have met people like that. One of my favorite books that I've ever read about boundaries is by Dr. Henry Cloud, and I think the gentleman's name is Dr. John Towson. Please forgive me if it's wrong, but the name of the book is actually called Boundaries. So there's boundaries that we create in relationships. There's boundaries that we create for our health. There's boundaries that we create all through our lives. We don't think of it like that. Essentially what they are limits, okay? So as a business owner, you have to put limits. You have to put some boundaries on where we spend our time. You have to do that. And if you haven't done that, please, I hope you utilize this training today as a reminder of where you need to start. It's why time blocking is one of my favorite ways of how I work within my business and one of my favorite ways in how I support other business owners in protecting their time. So yesterday, I was able to take a day of self-care. Why is that? Because there's 2 days out of the week, every single week, that I block out specifically for me. Those are my CEO days. So I can choose to do personal development, professional development. I can choose to take a whole day off and have it for self-care if I desire. And that's exactly what I did. And a lot of us, unfortunately, in business, we spend numerous long amount of hours, right? We're constantly available via DM or emails. We're constantly available for our children, which is, we should be available for our children, right? But when's the cutoff for you to fill your cup, right? Mommy needs a break too. Daddy needs a break too. Everyone needs, at some important time, some form of self-sustenance for ourselves. And so when it comes to looking at ourselves as CEOs, you have to think about it. I'm a mother. Where do I get the time to be able to cook dinner for my family? Where do I find the time for me to take client calls? When do I find the time to network? When do I find the time to write a book? When do I find the time to host my podcast? When do I find the time to do this IG training? When do I find the time to go on Clubhouse? It's because I block the time in my calendar, y'all. And when we do this, you're able to say no to things that don't align with the direction of where you want to go and with the first thing that I mentioned, which was understanding what you want. What do you want in your business? Okay? So if you are struggling with setting boundaries, whether it's in your personal life or in your professional life, we've all been there. And it's so important for us to state that, hey, some things in life, they're just not going to be perfect. And that's okay. But at least for the majority of my time, I'm moving ahead in my business and in my life with some form of direction. And a lot of us struggle with moving forward with some sort of direction. And so therefore, you'll get CEOs that are burnt out. You get CEOs that are saying, I'm going to call it quits, even though I know that this is my calling, because I'm tired of throwing spaghetti at the wall. I'm tired of being stressed. I'm tired of not spending enough time with my kids or not seeing my kids. I'm tired of not spending enough time with my partner. I'm tired of not spending enough time taking care of me.
You'll have people say these actual statements continuously. And ultimately, the person that's responsible for our time is us. We have to get into that seat of accountability and realize what specifically we're doing in our day-to-day that's preventing us from serving in a full capacity as a CEO. All right, now let's go over number three. Number three, outsourcing. Outsourcing, my favorite thing to do. I wasn't always doing this until I discovered how wonderful it is. So the first one that we covered is knowing what you want, right? Understanding what you want, all right? The second one was boundaries. The third is outsourcing, okay? There's this quote that I read, and it was from someone that's anonymous. I don't know who wrote it, but it was brilliant. It said, fire yourself as an administrative assistant and hire yourself as a CEO. Okay? Now that's real talk right there. That is real talk. Many of us are operating our businesses like we're their assistant. We're feeling like there has to be this perfect time or this lucrative financial number that we need to reach in order to get to a place where we hire. And my encouragement to you today, and here's this is the big key, is to hire prior to you getting overwhelmed. The last place you want to be in your business is being in a situation where you're completely overwhelmed and now you're kind of scurrying and you're going to hire just anyone that's a warm body that really is essentially going to serve your business in a way that will help you grow. So you've got to do this before the overwhelm. You have to be thinking strategically about your business multiple years ahead so that you're in a place that you can serve yourself, protect your time, but also relieve some of the tasks on your plate that you have no business doing. It's not in your wheelhouse. And I really don't want to hear, because this was something I said at first before I hired anyone, I don't want to hear, well, I don't know if I really can afford it. There are multiple types of virtual assistants. There are multiple types of companies and resources out there that you can find someone at your budget level that can help you along the way. There's no need to do it alone, because if you don't outsource, going back to the main topic, it's not helping protect your time as the CEO of your business. It's just not. It's not going to help you serve at the level necessary as a visionary of your business if you don't get the assistance that you need. And the assistance doesn't exactly have to be in your business. The assistance could be hiring a housekeeper. I hired one for the first time in 2020, and my, oh my, what a relief it brought to me to have someone help me round up, clean up the house, dust, and do all types of stuff. It helped take a huge weight off of my shoulders. For me, as a mother and as a wife, I love ordering HelloFresh. And I use that as a way to help cut out some of the grocery shopping and things of that nature and make it a little bit easier for me to be able to show up for my family and cook a meal for them. Those are ways in which you're outsourced. It's little tiny ways in which we outsource all throughout our day-to-day that could benefit us personally or professionally. So really consider, if you're at that place and you're trying to protect your time, what is the biggest pain point that you have in your business? What are some of the biggest things right now that are challenging for you right now in your business? What would you like to remove off of your plate right now? And once you get clarity on specifically what that is, then allow that to be the direction you need to see, where do I need to outsource? Who can I outsource this to? How do I need to document this particular task so that I can then give it and delegate it to a team member once I'm ready? All right. And you will find that many of us, it doesn't matter whether you're at the beginning stages of your business or I'm working with clients that are already at 30, 40, 50K months. It doesn't matter. I have seen it all. And a lot of us, regardless of our stages in our business, have to fine tune these three things that I talked about today on how to protect your time as the CEO of your business. So as a quick recap, The acronym I shared today was WBO. The first W is knowing and understanding what you want, sis. Be aware of that. Be clear on that. What's important to you? What are non-negotiables? Because that will direct you as you are going around your day-to-day task and making sure that you're protecting your time as a CEO. Number 2, boundaries. Boundaries are everything. And if you're clear about the direction that you're going and you understand which areas of your life and your business you need to protect, it will be easier for you to say no when things don't align with the number 1, which is knowing what it is that you want. And boundaries are necessary. There's boundaries that I set even for my own children. Before I came live here, I said, hey girls, mommy's going to do a recording. Because I established a boundary. I let them know when mommy's doing a recording, please do not walk into this room unless there is a dire emergency happening. So I can stay focused on serving each of you. But once these 17 or 18, 19, 20 minutes are up, my door is open to you. Finally, the next one that you want to keep in mind is outsourcing. You've got to outsource. And if you truly are treating your business, as a CEO, you're not treating this as a passion project, you've got to outsource. I have seen many of my clients who have tried to do it all and they're just not good at it, right? Or they want to take, things and be what's least expensive right now. They may take I hate to use this word, but they may want to take the cheap route. And there's no way that you can fully serve as a CEO of your business if you're doing 99% administrative tasks every single day. How's the money going to come in, right? So it's so important to get to a place of understanding, what are my biggest pain points right now? What can I outsource in my personal and in my professional life and in my business, right? And how can I do that today so I'm not in a state of overwhelm where I make a rush decision and not choose someone that's really going to be a great fit for my business? I'm glad you agree. I'm so glad you agree. And I hope that as you all are moving along, the shifts within your own mindset start happening. So you start showing up more for yourself. You start showing up more for your team, for your family, and for your business. All right, that's the end of my discussion for today. I hope that this message today empowered you. I want to highly encourage you, if you are right now in your business behind a perfectly curated social media feed and behind closed doors, you're ready to pull your hair out, you're completely overwhelmed, you lack accountability, you're at the place where you're ready to grow and scale your business, but you're not quite sure of how to develop a strategic plan to get there, or you're just really confused on how you can continue to show up for yourself in a meaningful, purpose-led way and still be profitable in your business, please feel free to get on a call with me. If you go to bit.ly/dive deep with Jasmine, I'm a Jasmine without an E, we can set up a call and I can get to know you and your business and see if my program will be a great fit to help you get to the place where you see your vision come into fruition in your business. All right, y'all. I will see you all next week for my next live training. It's been real, of course, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Dive in deeper by visiting the show notes for this episode or listening to more episodes on JasmineHaley.com. If you found value in the show, share with a friend or leave us a review. I'll see you next time.